Evil Genius 2 is out now on Steam, so we're taking you behind the scenes for a look at the life of its star, Maximilian. You've seen MTV Cribs, the show where celebrities invite cameras into their homes to show off their panic room, or the home gym they built exclusively for the use of a pampered Bichon Frise. And if you haven't seen MTV Cribs, well, you've seen Instagram. Supervillains like Evil Genius 2's Maximillian never get to flaunt their lifestyle in the same way. The moment he posts on Insta, operatives are hacking away at his geolocation data or tracking down the supplier of his bathroom tiles for interrogation. Today, though, Max has given us unprecedented access to record his daily routine. It's a feat of journalism we've achieved through flattery, expensive gifts, and by agreeing to make him executive producer on the project. We're also lending him a couple of interns to lift some boxes. Yeah, we're not getting them back, are we? For more footage of supervillains at work and play, subscribe to us here on the channel and hit that bell. Just try not to break it. Our trip to Max's Island wasn't strictly legal, so we're not covered by insurance. But never mind that, sit back and soak up a day in the life of entrepreneur, philanthropist and serial killer, Maximilian.
Can't a genius with a dubious criminal past purchase an exotic lair in peace anymore?
At 7 a.m, Max wakes up in his purpose-built underground bedroom, which you will never, ever catch a glimpse of. It's hidden for the same reason that bosses don't drive their Ferraris to work. They don't want you to know how much more they could be paying you. There are 100 minions out there sharing 8 bunk beds between them. It's a 3-day waiting list for a sleep. The last thing they need to see is high thread count Egyptian cotton sheets. Don't get us wrong, Max loves cruelty, but not when he has to give out a bunch of bonuses afterwards. 7:15 a.m, Max begins a skincare regimen that he's perfected over the past decade and a half. You might remember him as the low-poly figure that stalked the halls of Evil Genius back in 2004. But since then, he's painstakingly sourced a cocktail of exfoliating creams, body milks, and prosthetics that leave him looking, well, there's no other way to say it, high definition. Is it just me, or is it getting a bit hot in this recording booth? 8:30 a.m. With the sun up, Max heads for the helipad for a session of laughing yoga. It's an unorthodox form of exercise with proven physiological benefits, but that's not why he does it. Instead, it's the psychological impact on nearby minions that he's after. Hearing your boss cackling away first thing in the morning leaves you feeling insecure and intimidated. It's the perfect mindset for being pushed around and completing tasks you know are deeply immoral. Just starts the day off right, you know? 9 a.m. Having inspected the workforce, Max heads to the control room to launch a new scheme on an unsuspecting globe. Today, it's a real toss-up between 2 possible operations. Should he sign off on filling a loudspeaker with fish and selling it as modern art, or boil all the milk in the world to create a cheese shortage? It's the classic dilemma for an expanding business. Once decided, it's a simple matter of chartering a helicopter for the operatives. No need to book a return flight. 10:30 a.m. There's a lava lamp in the control room that's really mucking up the feng shui. Max bought it in the spirit of 60s psychedelia, which he says is a key influence on his interior design. But where best to put it? Maybe over here by the door? We're one failed generator away from a meltdown, and this is where he spends his energy? Don't talk to me about energy. My next sleep's scheduled for June. 10:45 a.m. It's time for the morning inquisition, which is more to warm up the torture chair than anything else. Max stopped getting his hands dirty after interrogation was identified as one of the leading causes of arthritis, but he keeps his hand in by directing minions in the art and science of spilling secrets. Asked about his favourite technique, Max says that he still appreciates the irony of a good foot tickling. The victim is laughing, but they're not laughing inside. You can't go wrong with the classics. It's 12 noon in the mess hall. Lunch consists of apples and cocktails, all consumed with a knife and fork. This staple meal has been a Max favourite for years, and his employees are mandated to eat it too. The booze improves morale and leaves minions a little clumsy in the afternoon, which is ideal for testing out new traps.
A trap has been triggered.
Honestly, nothing beats the taste of a pina colada spooned out of a plastic tray on the edge of a flat blade. Don't knock it until you've tried it. 12:30 p.m. Every day, lunch is interrupted by a high alert drill. At the sound of the alarm, all minions must drop their trays and rush to their appointed stations. This way, Max ensures his staff are prepared for any intrusion from enemy spies. Plus, it means he can slip in and drink everyone's pina coladas when they're not looking. 1:15 p.m. No, that's not the right spot. I want my lamp to say, I'm a fun-loving guy who's also in control. And I'm just not getting that, you know? 2 p.m. Max has constructed his base to ensure maximum foot traffic through a tiny section of corridor. That way, he can stand by the drinks fountain and stare down as many minions as possible. Studies have shown that employees you've made uncomfortable move 2% quicker, and it's a theory Max wholeheartedly subscribes to, mainly because he was already doing it just for fun. 2:45 p.m. marks the beginning of Max's weekly check-in with his regional minion managers. His operation currently has branches in Vienna, Cape Town and Bradford, UK, although there are plans to expand to every continent on the globe, at least all the ones where there are people to rob. Max is a fan of mood lighting in his meetings. In this case, he's hoping to convey the threat of death with a nice deep red. Oh, and there he goes, the first execution of the day. We're very lucky to have caught that on camera. Max likes to keep his kills unpredictable, and the minions appreciate the spontaneity. It keeps them on their toes, with the exception of this guy, who's flat on his back. 4:30 p.m. By this point in the afternoon, Max is done with making money the hard way. From here until 5:30, it's all about flogging knackered furniture on eBay. The island's abandoned casino is piled high with manky carpets and broken slot machines. Will they be of any use to a new owner? Absolutely not, but you can make anything look new if you take a photo from the right angle. Maximilian Logistics operates under a strict no refunds policy. 6 p.m. Flush with new cash, Max heads to the tables to try his luck at the roulette wheel. It has to be said though, his luck is rather better than average. We know that in gambling the house always wins, and in this case, Max is the house. Any dough that the valets take from him is safely locked up back in the strong room before lights out. It's what you call a trickle-up economy. Ugh, what a Blofeld. Don't you mean blow hard? Yeah, that's what I said. 7:30 p.m. and dinner is served. I don't know if you've ever tasted agent-fed shark, but it's simply sublime. All the island's meat is actually locally farmed. You might have noticed Max's well-stocked freezer back in Evil Genius 1. Sadly, export is not an option. Something to do with EU regulations on cannibalised steak. 9 p.m. now and Max is out on the jetty. And you're telling me that I can't have my lamp outside, and I want to know why not. The whole island is made of lava. 10 p.m. Max heads to bed, where he listens to true crime podcasts. Small-time murders seem quaint and soothing to a supervillain, and before long, he's fast asleep. And what does he dream about? Doomsday, of course. A weapon that turns buildings into gold. It's the logical next step for the man who puts the bully into gold bullion. And there you have it, a day in the life of a supervillain. We hope you've learned some important lessons you can apply to your own lives, or at the very least to Evil Genius 2, which is out now. Tell us about your own villainous habits in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Evil Genius nonsense. Auf Wiedersehen!